I have important cargo I need smuggled to Rainbow Road. People say you used to drive?
People say a lot of things.
You got a name?
It's a me. Mario.
Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all of the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great. having a toss at it.
I understood some of those words. I guess this is a Bob Hoskins impression. Is it maybe, or just a British?
Oh yeah,
impression?
I should have did this right here.
Nice.
I should have did this one.
I kind of wish you always talk like that.
So do I. I got in trouble for talking like this at work one day.
It's like, Bill, you have to stop talking like that.
I mean, we're talking like what? Talking like what? What am I supposed to do? I talk like this on Thursdays.
British Thursdays. I'm Jedi Master Grayson, and today is a very special episode because we have a very special guest on today. The man behind the Drunk Banthas artwork, actor, comedian, singer, writer. The man is a goddamn natural born entertainer.
That's right. Illustrator.
It is Noah Holcomb. Noah, welcome to this show. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm good, man. Thanks for inviting me. I'm stoked to be here. This is pretty sick.
We get a lot of questions like, who did the art? I'm like, oh, his name's Noah. He did art.
Yeah. Just
Then
look
they're
at
like, where's he at? I'm like, well, I don't know. He's at home. I think he's at home.
Yeah. Well, where's he at?
Where's he at?
I'm out. Then I get back. I'm always a little behind.
Where's he at? Look behind you. Yeah, I've always been like really excited to have you on the show because we always have like really great conversations about comics and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and you know, obviously you've been a part of the Drunk Banthas channel for a really long time, creating the artwork and those lovely visuals that you guys see every day. If you watch this every day, I don't know if you
guys see them every day because you see them in your dreams. You see them when you wake up. You see them every day, right there.
It's like a really pleasant horror movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know that billboard that you pass by on the way to work? Noah. He did it.
Oh yeah, that one.
That's what I do. I perpetuate rumors on this podcast. Also, Noah is also having sex with your favorite actress. Whoever, I don't know who it is. I'm not saying any names.
You know the one. Is it the first one that came to your mind?
Yeah, that's her.
That's her.
But today, guys, we are talking about a lot of things, obviously. But we are going to be talking about the 1993.
Oh man,
I guess you can call it a cult classic, or is it just?
I think so.
Or is it just like?
Is it a cult classic if you have to find it on the internet, archive? If you have to download it off Internet Archive, is it a cult classic?
Man, yeah, we had to do some digging for this.
Like literally, I've never fought so hard to find where a video is on the internet.
Yeah, you can find everything.
I was like, look on YouTube. He was like, it's not on YouTube. Motherfucker, it is on YouTube. YouTube got everything for at least $2.99.
Yeah,
I was like trying to spend money on it. They wouldn't let me.
No. Keep your money for this one.
Tried to find.
I was like, you're better off.
Trust me. Just trust me.
I'm really curious, like just for the shits and giggles.
Yeah.
And just mostly for me. Where did you find this motherfucker?
It was
like,
this
how did you find out?
It was this website called internetarchives.org. Because, I checked, all the different websites I usually buy stuff from or rent stuff from, and was not available. They were like, nah, man, it's not worth it. It's like there's a new Mario Brothers movie coming out soon. By the way, I haven't said it yet, but we're talking about 1993's Super Mario Brothers, starring John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins. And we're doing this in celebration of the new Super Mario Brothers movie that's coming out very, very soon.
I think you just uncovered a conspiracy.
Oh, really?
Oh, shit. This is where you're supposed to play the...
Nintendo.
Big Nintendo.
Nintendo.
They're out there.
They're out there. They put this movie in the closet as far as they can. They paid for for every ad, every advertisement for remove. Get rid of the movie. We don't want to find it.
She's like, yeah, forget about that one.
Forget about that one. Don't Google that. Don't Google Super Mario Brothers.
Don't look at John Leguizamo's IMDb.
I think you're right. I think you're right, man. Because I feel like 3 years ago we could have found this.
Yeah, definitely.
Somewhere,
right? Yeah. Before Chris Pratt was announced to play Super Mario
Scientologist?
Brothers, I'm
I
sure
mean,
it was a
oh,
lot
you
easier
mean-
to find.
Sorry, I tried to
on-
finish your sentence. You said before Chris Pratt was, and I thought you were gonna say Scientologist. So I just tried to jump.
Is that the rumor that he's a Scientologist? I thought it was just that he's weird.
He's like super religious now,
Oh, okay.
and I think it's
Yeah, I did
Scientology.
hear. Yeah, well,
I think his god is Xenu. That's not funny, Alex. Xenu is a serious character. People take him. I'm sorry.
Hey.
I tried to be serious.
Hail Xenu. That's all I got to say.
Look, I don't go to
Scientologists
school
don't
in
come
Hollywood
for me.
anymore, so I can talk
Welcome
about
our new overlords.
But yeah, before
Yeah,
guys,
sorry to
before
all the Scientologists watching. I don't mean to offend.
we have a release
anyone.
press statement.
No,
later.
seriously, I don't
But-
want them looking. I don't want them following me and shit. I'm serious.
move on then.
I truly apologize. I don't want any problems.
Before we get into like the minutia of the plot of the or what there is of this plot of this movie, let's just like do initial thoughts real quick. And since you're our special guest, I'll let you go first. What are your initial thoughts of this movie? Like rewatching it,
I just feel like
because we just watched it.
Yeah, so I always felt this way. I think growing up too. I think I remember telling myself this. This was me trying to rationalize this movie after I
Right.
saw it as a kid. Like I said before, it's not a Super Mario Brothers movie, right? It's
No.
a Super Mario Bros. It's like if someone was like, "Hey, this is Super Mario Brothers," and they were like, "Okay, I get the gist. It's plumbers and dinosaurs." And there's a princess, and they save the princess, and maybe there's a cute little side character. There's a little adorable dinosaur, something like that, right? It's like inspired by Mario,
Right? Yeah.
And if you want to appreciate the movie, you have to completely wrap your mind around that concept, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be trying to. If you're like a weird, I mean, I love Mario, but if you're like, oh, let's just get the hair color wrong, you're just going to completely
Right, yeah.
If you're one of those people-
definitely.
Definitely. I remember when we went to see the movie, we didn't have no idea what the movie was going to be about in the theaters, and if in the first 5 seconds, you have to be okay with that. You just have to be like,
you have to.
this
Yeah.
is not what I grew up with. This is not what I came to see, but I'm here.
Right. Well, this is also just like we live in a very spoiled era now, where we have comic book accurate costumes, like in all of our Marvel movies and stuff like that. Where but back in the day, the X-Men were all black leather costumes. Like nothing was comic book accurate. Everyone wanted to veer as far away from like the IP as possible.
You will not
like
sit in here and talk bad about X-Men.
Well,
You're not going. That's what you're not going to do.
yeah.
But in that first movie, rather than have them in the yellow jumpsuits, we have a quip about how ridiculous yellow jumpsuits are.
Yeah.
And now, like, we live in an age where everybody's
Nah,
wearing.
I think that was.
flashy
I think that was a
jumpsuits.
good
Yeah.
move because the yellow jumpsuits, like, can you imagine? We would be flaming them right now on Twitter, talking about, man, remember Wolverine? Remember when Hugh Jackman was in that yellow jumpsuit? It would have looked weird. Like,
No, I don't think it
they
would have worked
did it right
then.
for history.
No,
Right.
I
You know,
think the
history
costumes
sake.
have just gotten better too. Like
Yeah, for
costume
sure.
tech has gotten better.
That too.
Absolutely.
Too. You
Yeah,
know
that
what
too.
I mean?
With technology and
Because
everything.
it wouldn't
I
have been a
think
good
that's-
costume
Well,
if
'cause
they
back
used.
then they'd be like, well, we have to lean super serious because these are like cartoons. If we want to make it real and we want to, because they're also at that point they're not trying to make this crazy. All these movies are in the same universe and stuff like that. They're just trying to make like a serious, real movie, like a
Yeah.
film.
Which
So-
is exactly what I think they tried to do with Super Mario Brothers. Like,
Yes.
let me try to make this real movie. Except
Except there's a lot of not real going on.
we talked about it while we were watching it. This is obviously a movie that was written years before the director or writer got a chance to make this movie specifically because he was like, oh, I got a movie. You want me to do Super Mario Brothers? I got a movie about some brothers.
You're hired.
You need plumbers? Got it.
Yeah, you hear stories about like how Die Hard 4 started out as like some sort of action tech spy movie or espionage movie, and then it got sort of co-opted into a Die Hard movie. then you can like knowing that watching it is like, oh yeah, that's why this doesn't look
Right.
or
Right.
feel like a
Oh,
Die
that's
Hard movie.
It's supposed to be a Jack
So-
Reacher movie. It's supposed to be a
Yeah.
Tom Cruise movie, and it ended up being
Yeah.
John McClane. Like, wait a minute, John McClane wouldn't do any of this shit.
Someone
Yeah.
wrote a futuristic buddy cop movie and tried to implant Mario terms and phrases onto characters.
Right.
Yeah.
And try to make it as close as they can.
Names.
But they were like, bro, I get this movie about evolution, and they got these guns, right? These guns, when they shoot you, they can evolve you, make you hyper smart, or they can turn you like fungus, bro. Like,
Right.
straight to slime, you know what I mean?
Which I still want to see that
They're
movie.
like, okay, but Nintendo wants to give $100 million and we can, like, okay.
It's like maybe we can combine
Maybe
this.
we can combine them together. Maybe that's what we can do.
It's definitely a cocaine conversation.
Yeah.
Hey,
guy.
this is 1993.
So that means it probably got greenlit in like 89 or 90.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's got
White lines. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
ooh, Empire. An Empire reference, which is a John Leguizamo movie. Boom!
All comes full circle. But yeah, like at the beginning, I guess we should start at the beginning of this movie. We're not gonna go plot
Hold on.
because this
Can I
plot
do
is
the intro?
insane.
Can I do the intro? At the
Sure.
beginning, there was dinosaurs. There was
Are you gonna do it in a
dinosaurs
Brooklyn
over
accent?
here. And then it was, things was good on the earth. And then one day an asteroid came down, flying down, and boom, it's crazy, yo. And then, oh, and then the universe is split off into different parallel universes. And then them things wasn't congruence, except for the one thing. Reebok shoes.
Yeah, this movie is brought to you by Reebok.
Reebok
I love the
shoes.
choice. I love the choice to have Andrew Dice Clay do the intro for this movie. Hey,
Hickory dock over here.
the dinosaurs got hit by a rock.
Oh God.
Yeah, a ridiculous intro that we didn't need. Totally didn't need, I think.
Yeah, because like we kind of picked up on like we all know that dinosaurs
Well,
exist.
they give a lot of explanation throughout the movie. Like,
Yeah.
they'll just walk around casually, but yeah, remember when the rock hit the Earth and it created this parallel universe? And we're all here? Just like casual. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like, everybody explains
Everybody knows.
the plot explicitly like 4 times.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Mario, look at the news over here. They say this guy saying that he went to a different universe.
Yeah.
And it was a parallel universe. You believe that?
To a place
Can
where
you-
the Yankees don't even exist.
I never.
Just to remind you, we're from New York.
Absolutely. So many callbacks to remind you you're in New York. Not the accents. The accents. No, I don't need that. That doesn't tell me where I am. Not the
man.
fucking where.
Not
They're
the
clearly
geography.
all where. No, not the geography. No. You gotta talk like this. I gotta be from New York. And I gotta say something about the Yankees every
Hey.
15 minutes.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's a me, Mario.
Is-
Let's go.
I do like the choice of, even though, we have a British person and a Puerto Rican person playing 2 Italian brothers, I do like the choice of, like, we're not leaning into the, like,
Racial-
like the the Italian immigrant from
Yeah,
Simpsons.
stereotypes. Yeah. I'd like you to know. It wasn't it wasn't too much of that. We did have an Italian gangster.
How do you say? Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't go into any racial, what do they call it, racial epithets or whatever. Like,
These mushrooms taste better than my mama's ravioli.
yeah, there was no real crazy Italian jokes. There were no crazy Italian jokes. They ran away from the fact that they didn't have any Italians in this movie, which was good. That was a great choice.
We're gonna cast a Puerto Rican and a British dude.
Great choice.
Instead.
It's a great choice.
But at the beginning of the movie, like,
We get
after the explanation of the dinosaurs, we get the flashback to 1973, where a mysterious woman leaves a large egg along with a rock at a Catholic orphanage. I guess then the egg hatches and it's a baby. And the nurses, I guess it's supposed to be
The
understood.
nuns.
The
They was
nuns.
nuns.
Nuns, sorry.
They was nuns.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Might do this accent the whole rest of this podcast.
Hey.
Maybe we all should.
We're gonna lose all of our New York subscribers after this. It's like, that's not New York.
Yeah, as they do a New York accent. That ain't New York. That ain't how we talk over here. He being so disrespectful.
I love the exit. Just it's a great exit.
But then we flash forward 20 years later to two Italian-American plumbers. Sorry, I just reading the notes because that's just hilarious to me. Two Italian-American plumbers.
Yeah.
Mario, and Luigi Mario. They live in New York.
Oh wait, I
just
never
having a
got
good
that.
time.
Hold on, I never got that. Wait a minute. The nigga's name is last name is Mario.
Yeah,
They say that also like 4 or 5 times in the movie.
I forgot. I
His name's
catch
Luigi
that.
Mario.
Mario, Luigi, Mario. And he's like, hold on, how many Marios are you talking about?
Now wait a goddamn minute.
Now, what kind of peruses you guys running over here?
There's
Trying
at
to
least
pull-
2 Marios I'm counting
Am I
it.
having a stroke or something?
I'm not gonna beat the Mario thing down because I'm gonna say something about Mario later. They just say his name so much. Like that was the one stereotype thing. Mario, hey yo, Mario, Yankees, hey, fuck the Mets.
Hot dogs. Oh man! If we haven't lost in New York, subscribe for now.
Let me tell you one thing that threw me off at the beginning of this movie.
What?
People's made in eggs. So in the parallel universe, we got egg babies.
Egg babies, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We have this lady who took the egg down there to the nuns, and she leaves, and then she goes back into the sewers where the Ninja Turtles live, and she sees King Koopa, and then she just knocks down the
She knocks
little
down the
tunnel.
beam, like she's like in a
And
mine shaft.
we never hear about her again. We don't know who the fuck she is. We don't know what the
Down
fuck.
on her, and her necklace
Right,
goes flying. No, she leaves the necklace with the baby.
Right,
She leaves a
so-
magic meteor with her baby.
What was the
Right.
point? Is
Well,
what
that
I'm asking. 'Cause,
was the mom, right?
Yeah, it was the mom.
Was
So
she the
the
mom?
baby is-
Did they say that she was the mom?
I'm assuming, they didn't say it. But I'm assuming.
We're left to
was
assume that it's the mom?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that's what bothered
Well,
me.
actually, you know what? And I was looking at the IMDb, and she was credited. Like the actress who played Daisy was the actress who played that woman. So I'm thinking it's assumed to be
her mother. Clearly it's her mother. You didn't say that.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that point until we were just talking. I was like, oh yeah, she was. It did say in IMDb she was Daisy and the Queen.
You see that there, ladies and gentlemen, you little nerds.
Oh, interesting.
That's why you come here. You come here for them little things to
Education.
learn.
Hey man, I have all the useless
You better
information.
fucking hit that like button. Smash that like button like Alex smashes the Google search button.
If you want to know who played fourth lead in the Super Mario Brothers movie, which is the mother from Andor we figured out is in this movie. Oh man, I forgot the actress's name. Fiona something. Fiona Shaw. Fiona Shaw.
He was looking at me like I remembered that. Like he was like, remember that? Nope, don't ask me nothing. Don't bring that. Don't pass it to me, dog.
Sorry. I'll get more back on track. I'm getting so ranty thinking about all the character actors in this movie because it is there's a lot of plot and there's a lot of really good actors in this movie and one really bad one.
I don't think that we would have made it through this movie if it wasn't so many good actors.
Yeah, there's a lot of good actors in it, for sure.
Yeah,
good
like
actors.
John Leguizamo is doing a great job. Bob Hoskins.
Even
the actress, I meant to look up her name, but the actress who plays Danielle, Mario's girlfriend.
Yeah, Danielle. There's no Peach.
Yeah, there's no Peach in this movie.
Man.
No. Mario's girlfriend is named Danielle.
The
The guy's like, all right, so here's this final script. Sorry, I'm so upset. My girlfriend just broke up with me last night. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, looks good. Hey, where's Princess Peach? No, I changed her name. Because I gotta make it up to her. This is Danielle.
This was for Danielle. I love you, Daddy.
I love you, Daddy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that would be great.
I'm sorry.
I hope that's exactly how it
It's
happened.
just crazy. I don't know.
Also, shout out to the editor of this movie.
It's a weird choice.
While we crack about the writers, but
Right, because he was working overtime.
He made us feel like we actually liked this movie. Spoiler alert.
I still kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie, but I still kind of
I liked it. I liked
Yeah,
it.
crazy.
That was the weird thing. Is like do I love this movie now? I used to think that I hated it because it's so bad.
No, and I told you, remember, this is how we ended up even watching this movie, because he was like, that movie fucking sucked. And I was like, no, it really isn't as bad as you remember. Like, you should really watch it, because it's not that bad. And he's like, nah, it was fucking bad.
I was like, if you like Mario and you like Fifth Element, then you're gonna love it.
That's a fact. Like,
For
if
real.
you watch, what's that fucking movie? You said Fifth Element, but like, it was like a cross between Stardust and Spaceballs.
Stardust and Spaceballs. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
like Stardust is like that adventure
comedy?
film comedy. Yeah.
Space Cases?
No, you're the one with the dude that plays Daredevil.
Oh, Stardust.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
you said Stardust.
Michelle
You said it was
Pfeiffer.
a mix of Stardust and something else.
Yeah, and this movie, Mario Brothers, is a mix of Stardust and
Double Dragon.
And well, I said Spaceballs.
Oh, Spaceballs. Okay.
But yes,
Yeah.
Double Dragon is another fucking psychopathic one to compare it to. Like, it's fucking crazy.
I feel like, well, maybe it's just because of the era, because I think Double Dragon came out probably the same year.
Maybe the
but
next
it has
year,
like
yeah.
that same sort of industrial, like that weird vibe. Because as we should say, like at some point, the Mario Brothers or Daisy, the archaeologist baby, all grown up.
Yeah.
She gets kidnapped by these two guys and, dragged into another dimension at this archaeological site. The two Mario brothers, now that Luigi has become smitten, decide to jump through the portal to go save her. And when we get down to the underworld, it does feel very like gritty and grimy, like that sort of imagined world of Los Angeles and Double Dragon, where everything is just gross. Like, it's advanced technology, but like not perfect.
Did y'all
No,
find
it's
it?
not perfect at all. They're like using like electronics to power their cars, and they don't have brakes, so they just have these cords catch the cars at the
Right.
last
Yeah.
second to
Yeah.
stop them because they're so fast.
Yeah, they're like the miniature fighter jets. That
Yeah.
just
Right,
have to
yeah.
like land
Have that
into
kind of-
they land.
Yeah.
They don't stop.
It's like really, really janky technology.
Did y'all find it
Yeah.
weird how quickly Leonardo was about to get the cheeks already? Like, they just they gave her a ride to work, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
they like,
so-
Luigi?
and then they took her to eat,
man.
and then she was just like, yeah, you know what? I'll give you all this pussy. Like,
Yeah. For context, should we explain that? Like, she.
Yeah.
Okay, so baby Daisy, not Peach, grows up to be an archaeologist who, and the school wants her to like speed it up or something. School's funding it or a corporation's funding it. Or
Right,
something.
yeah.
And so then she's leaving from there and realizes these two weird dino bros in suits are like chasing her. And so to hide from them, she gets in a dirty old van with an old man and a dude who's been hitting on her and staring at her the whole time.
And he's like, we're brothers. And she's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you guys
Sure,
are like 30
buddy.
years apart. from each other.
yeah. Is
And
that
one
what
of
you
you
tell
is
everybody?
definitely not Puerto Rican. Sorry, but continue.
Yeah, right. But then she just gets, and he's like, "Oh yeah, our car doesn't work anyway." And she's like, "I kind of love you." I don't know.
Right. Yes, immediately. She's just like,
Yeah.
I'm in love. You have a car that doesn't work, but you offered me a
He was
ride.
nice. He was
Yeah, it
pretty
seems
nice.
like
He's staring at her.
this is like it's her first day on Earth, right? Because like she seems so wide-eyed, and to be an orphan from birth,
She is.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't
she seems
speak.
very naive.
I dated a few girls who grew up in the nunnery, and this is pretty accurate.
You know,
Sorry,
so-
it was just a good time for me to use the New York accent.
Oh man.
Again.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you can bust it out at any time.
Ridiculous thing number 654. At this point in the movie.
Oh man.
Yeah, like once we get into the underworld, like we do find out,
Daisy gets kidnapped.
Daisy gets kidnapped. We find out that Daisy is like, I guess, she's some sort of part of a royal family. None of that shit really makes any sense. We're not gonna dive too much into the.
She's
to
a
the royal
mushroom
family.
queen. Mushroom princess. Her dad was the mushroom king. And I want to point out before we go, the way we can transition into the underworld is Mario fucking falling down that fucking
man.
cavern. That shit was hilarious. Do yourself a
yeah.
favor. Go look this shit up.
If you
Watch
guys
it.
want a good GIF? Like
Just a
somebody
good
give
GIF.
This,
Exactly.
Seriously, go into find the Super Mario Brothers, digging deep into the internet archives.
Right. Yeah.
Once you get past the Tomb of Resurrection, you'll find this great clip of Mario falling really bad. Like his body doesn't move. He's perfectly. It's like they told him like, hey, just stand up and just put your arms like this, and we'll just make you and just spin around for me. All right, great. Green screen this. Yeah, the cake behind him.
I think his body outline was green too. Like I think that was like it was so bad.
It was really bad. But it's like a great.
Oh God, it was.
But there
amazing.
were some like to your point earlier. Well, we said this off pod. Like there were some parts in the special effects and the practical effects that were weirdly impressive.
Yeah, but
especially
that
for
shit looked like
1993.
it looked like
Yeah.
Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force was falling down into a volcano.
Yeah.
That looked very copy and paste.
Yeah.
But there were some moments like
But it's like the puppetry was really good.
Yeah,
right?
the
Oh yeah, the
Puppetry was
puppetry.
pretty good.
Whoever that guy was, we didn't look it up, but
Oh man.
Yeah, we
I'm
did look
drinking
it
this
up.
shot
Shout
to
out
him.
to the puppeteer and the person's people who created that
Yes,
Yeah,
Yoshi
leave it-
puppet.
I'm
Holy
drinking
crap.
that right now.
yeah,
I
leave it-
want a Yoshi puppet. I'm sorry.
No. You wanted a Yoshi puppet?
I would like that thing. If I could take that home with me and like,
Oh, no
control
doubt.
that shit.
Oh yeah, no, I would do
Like
that.
have it popping over the couch and stuff.
Got the little animatronic controls.
you know?
You can like
Yeah.
control it from like a foot away or 25 feet away or something.
It was adorable too, though.
He was a little
especially-
cute bastard.
Yeah.
Especially since, this is 3 years before Jurassic Park. This is 2 years after The Abyss, which is like the first time like we see like impressive CGI. And when we saw that scene at the very, very end, not to just bounce around, but whatever. At the very, very end, where you see after they hit Koopa with the evolution ray, and he turns into the CGI dinosaur, and then he turns into goop. It's like that is pretty impressive
good.
for
It was pretty good.
93.
It was also completely unnecessary.
Absolutely
Like he could have just turned straight into goo. He did not actually need
they
to turn
could've
into
vaporized him or
4
something.
different T-Rexes and like
Yeah.
it was somebody trying to get their dinosaur off. Like
Yeah.
I have a feeling, Steven Spielberg. There's stories about Steven Spielberg being
Right.
like other editing rooms and shit. Like, but he ain't got nothing to do with. He just be there. He'd be like,
sometimes it pop
do
in.
this, and then they do it anyway. I think he was trying to get somebody to
he's like,
look, man, I can do dinosaurs. Look,
I got it. Yeah. Look at these dinosaurs.
look at these dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs where we put a bunch of them in a park. And we just let people walk around and look at them.
This was a very weirdly dinosaur heavy time. We had We're Back, the dinosaurs. We had that there was that movie where Whoopi Goldberg and a dinosaur are like buddy cops.
Oh my god, what was it called? It was called
Oh man, I just looked this up like a week
yes,
ago because I was like,
and I was
what?
so upset because I was like,
this is a movie.
I was happy and upset at the same time. I was upset that they made that movie, but I was happy that Whoopi Goldberg clearly made a good check because there's no reason she would do that. But the other movie that you just
Hilarious.
threw like to the wayside and didn't even mention is The Land Before Time.
Land Before Time, yeah, of
Movie.
course, yeah.
Well, what about
That's
the
another one?
The Dino
I think it was
family.
91.
What would you remember that? Dino
Oh yeah, the
Dinosaurs.
dinosaurs, which I think came out in
TV show.
1992.
Jesus Christ, you're absolutely right.
yeah.
That shit was amazing.
Right.
And there's a Tammy and the T-Rex, the Denise Richards, Paul Walker
None of these
movie.
characters are in this movie, but
Right. Yeah.
Dinosaurs
It's
were
so
heavy in the
we were
90s. That's
talking
what we're
for, I think,
saying.
45 minutes. We were like 5 minutes into this movie.
They definitely we loved dinosaurs for some reason in the 90s. I don't know why,
Yeah,
but we fuck with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
weird
what's
thing.
clear.
It's
we go through phases. This happens a lot. There was
Yeah.
a zombie phase. We had a real big zombie phase. Now we're going through a superhero phase.
Yeah, superhero
And
phase.
you know what?
Dinosaurs,
When I was a
ghosts,
kid,
the
Zombies
ghosts
again.
thing.
Zombies came back.
Yeah.
Ghost is next.
Ghost might
Ghost might make comeback because
When I was-
Ghost was in.
it's
And then
I think
like Sci-Fi Channel fucked that up.
yeah.
the zeitgeist is definitely very driven on like what kids like because when I was a kid,
What
a lot of
toys are
kids
selling,
loved
yeah.
dinosaurs. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So
They
I
still
think
do.
it's just like one of those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, whatever's selling the
What
most.
toy is selling out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the only
love dinosaurs.
yeah. Also, guns were obviously selling in this time because they had so many guns in this movie.
So many
Yeah.
flamethrowers.
For a movie that
fireball
won't
guns.
actually kill anybody, they had a bunch of guns.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
had a lot of
Like
weapons.
the camera was made out of a gun.
Yeah.
A lady stabs Yoshi.
Yeah, like just straight up stabs Yoshi.
Stab Yoshi.
It's heartbreaking.
Fucking Andor's mom just stabs
I do
Yoshi
kind
in
of
the
remember
neck.
being happy that he
I will
stabbed.
never forgive you, Andor's mom.
I was kind of happy that she stabbed him when I was a kid. I remember being happy because I was mad that was Yoshi. I was like, "This is Yoshi."
Yeah, stab him.
Yeah, that motherfucker. Get his fucking ass out of here.
Speaking of that, because this movie is so weird, like all the characters responses are so unnatural. There are a lot of moments where the community is acting in a very weird way. Like there's a moment toward the end. Again, we're bouncing all over the place, but there's a moment toward the end where there's a moment toward the end where like they go back into the real world for a little bit, and a politician gets shot with a de-evolve ray.
No, he's not a politician. He was the gangster.
He was the gangster.
That's right. He was the gangster.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the gangster who, spoiler, I guess, was threatening to shut down her Daisy's expedition, her archaeology.
Yeah.
Dig.
He
Yeah.
was threatening to shut it down.
Raptors
They
with
haven't been
thumbs
fast
and
enough.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like they were monsters trying to become like people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my
I'm glad that you brought that
I'm
up.
so glad you brought that up because that was the worst line in cinema
There's some bad
history.
lines in the movie. I think there's some pretty good jokes in the
There's
movie,
some
but
great
also
jokes.
There are some
bad
good-
lines.
Great
Yeah.
jokes, great bits. But that line right there was possibly the worst fucking line I've ever heard in a movie.
Yeah.
It's like
It's the way they connect. It's the weird thumb growing off of the wing. It's almost like they were monsters trying to become people. Like, what?
It's
What are you
insane
talking
dialogue.
about, bitch? How did you
But
go
it's-
from
it
they
is-
have opposable? That's like if I find a monkey, an ape, in the woods. I find a philosophized.
Yeah.
I could say it correctly, but it's funnier if I say philosophized.
Always
I
lean
find a
towards-
philosophized ape, and I'm like, I find that he's got opposable thumbs, and I'm like, wow.
He was trying to.
He was
become
like a
this.
monkey was trying to be a human.
Monkey. Whole life was like,
Like that's not. Yeah, it's the script is very sweaty, and I feel like
It's like
I say
I
that
found
a
a
lot.
human that was trying to be human.
it's just terrible.
It's like the moments when the script really fails, I feel like, is when it's trying to fit this like weird post-apocalyptic alter world idea and like shoehorn it into a Super Mario Brothers movie. It's like, well, then the dinosaurs are just trying to be people. I don't know.
The director was just like, I'm just worried they're not going to get it. Like, can we just keep reminding them like these were
Yes.
dinosaurs that were trying to become people? I know it
Also-
doesn't make any sense really, but
Yeah.
just gotta keep reminding them. All right. Also, it's a parallel universe, guys. It's a parallel New York.
A parallel universe that was created from a meteorite.
Yes.
Yeah, that
In New York.
into the earth.
Crashed into Brooklyn 65 million
Brooklyn.
years ago.
I don't
Wait a
know.
minute, guys. Wait a minute, guys.
You can't break it down.
There was dinosaurs in Brooklyn?
You
That
can't
was
break
such a
it down.
weird line.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there were dinosaurs fucking everywhere 65 million years ago.
Oh, man.
but what did you
Dennis
guys...
Hopper looks amazing for 65 million years old. Just wanted to
Yeah,
point
that
out.
doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it's aged well. What did you guys think of, like, speaking of just connection of the video games to this movie, which there are very few, but what did you think of, like, the whole mushroom aspect of it? Like, because... You know, we all know that mushrooms are big in the Super Mario world.
I feel like I understand it more now.
Mushrooms in this movie.
I feel like I understand it more now than I did as a kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that part translated better for me as an
Yeah.
adult than it did when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think this is the first time as an adult realizing there were mushrooms.
Yeah.
Personally, but
Yeah, I guess for anyone who hasn't watched the movie and they're just listening to this, the mushrooms were, so they kind of hint at it, were once the king of the Koopa world,
Yeah.
the Mushroom Kingdom. They called it the Mushroom
They
Kingdom.
they did call it the Mushroom Kingdom.
And he de-evolutionized the king so hard that he turned into fungus that went everywhere, all over the whole kingdom.
Right, and they kind of explained that pretty early
Yeah.
on.
And the fungus mostly looks like a bunch of wet paper bags just kind of hung along the walls. But
Yeah, it looks like somebody's
Yeah.
pantyhose that had shit in them.
Yeah.
Somebody took a shit in some pantyhose, slapped it around
Yeah.
real hard, and stretched it out.
yeah, like I don't know.
very-
It's once again the director was just like, God, this is supposed to be mushrooms in this thing. Like, how do we get mushrooms in this?
No, I think that was in the original plot. I think that was
Yeah.
in the original script. Like he wanted a membrane that was stretching out. He was the former king of that planet, and he just was
It's
fungus
a real
planet.
anime shit.
Right, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, it's a very Akira
Let me tell you,
type.
fuck this movie. Fuck this movie. We gotta do, we gotta rewrite this movie the way it was supposed to be written. It's a planet very far away that had the reptilians come to the fungus planet and conquer it. And Koopa is the reptilian king, and he comes to fucking take it over. And when they conquer everything, it splits everything into a separate universe.
Yeah,
An explosion, you know.
Yeah,
and then fucking the king, Mushroom King, he's splattered, but nobody knows that he's deep inside the spores of the planet.
Yeah.
And then he's coming back to life, and the membrane is able to sense everything all over the planet. And then the daughter grows up, and she comes back because this dude that's very like, you know, Latino and strapping, very Han Solo-y, comes and saves her, and he's like, yo, let's go get your planet back. You're the princess. Let's fucking fuck his ass up. And then boom, they come back and they bring back the Mushroom King.
Boom. There's your movie, Hollywood. You're welcome. No, it is weird because like there's bones of a pretty good 90s movie in here.
Oh, no, it was
with
bad.
all of the.
Oh no! It was gonna still be bad.
I feel like it would have been
know.
because I mean, like we were talking. I think we talked about it earlier, but Double Dragon. That movie has a weird soft spot in my movie. I mean, soft spot in my heart. Even though I know that movie's not good, it's like one of those movies that's like comforting because it's so weird and they're making so many cool choices.
Yeah.
I feel like this movie could have been something like that, even though that is another movie that's based on a video game. Movie could have been more like that.
Yeah, definitely. I meant that the original script that we've already made up for ourselves in our head, like the fictional lightning and thunder, the fictional original script. I was just saying that still would have been a bad movie. Movie.
Yeah.
Like it's still a little bit of bad movie,
yeah.
but it'd be on HBO Max in the sci-fi section.
Oh man.
Yeah, this could have been an interesting like this feels Blade Runner-y, but like comedy, like Spaceballsy. Yeah, there's something there. Like the thing, like we all kind of had a weird
for sure.
feeling.
There's
when
some
we were
there.
rewatching it.
Yeah. There's definitely something there. I feel like if you rework a couple scenes and kind of maybe lengthen one or two little moments and change the lines here and there.
Yeah.
And then maybe change the context. It's weird, right?
The context is so weird.
The context is huge, yeah, because they're playing it real serious. But I feel like if they were like, this summer comes Super Mario Brothers in a way you've never seen before. You know, like, like a parody in a weird way.
Absolutely right. Because you know what, Alex, when you were saying that they were like, you were talking about how they were playing it. When they started to fall, it doesn't fall apart until they try to be serious.
Yeah,
and it's like watching a 12-year-old try to tell you like about physics, like you know what I'm saying, like like he really don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But he might sound like he knows what he's talking about for a second, like he's really fucking smart, but like he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. You're like that ain't shit. That ain't actually that don't make sense.
Right. Yeah,
like they're not trying to be humans. Like they can't be trying to be humans.
There's some weird. I don't know, so King Koopa hates apes and humans.
Right.
But also, for some reason, the way evolution works in this universe is mushroom to dinosaur to person.
Right.
But
mushroom to dinosaur to person. I just wanted to like sit on that for a second because none of those connect to each other at all.
Yeah,
but,
but for some reason, there's also apes have their own evolution chain, but we all end up looking like people in the long run. I guess.
Yeah. Like I guess like the ultimate evolutionary stage is basically human or humanoid.
Human.
Like you to your point. Dennis Hopper is in this movie, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, Dennis Hopper, he kind of hates thank you, King Koopa. Yeah. He hates humans, but his ultimate evolutionary goal is to look exactly like humans, so it doesn't really track.
I mean, you just can't break down the movie. It's so honestly,
you cannot break down this movie. It's breaking us down, trying to break down the movie. You notice we were all sitting up straight. Now we sit like this.
Yes,
this is tearing me apart. God, Mario!
It's honestly, it's a lesson in presence.
Yo,
Because when you watch the movie, you just have to go, all right, I just got to accept it for what it is.
I do want to point out one part of the movie that bothered me, which is when Mario goes to save his girlfriend. He's like,
Danielle.
yeah, Danielle. He's going to go save Danielle, and he's like up at the top of the grate, looking down at all the girls in the cell. He gets Danielle's attention.
He's on the sneak.
Danielle goes over to one of the girls. She's like, "Hey, psst, come here. Shh, shh. Look up." Bitch looks up and sees Mario. Hey, Mario! Yo, New York, whatever, what's going on? You see my cousin Bobby? Bobby says, Daniel, what's going on?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's infuriating.
Like, you owe me $5. How was that show the other day? Did you see the Yankees?
Just read the room. This is not the time or the place.
I'll see you later. You want this sandwich? I'll leave it right in.
She has a condition.
Which is weird. You know, before
She clearly has a condition.
She can fully speak at that point.
Before we get to like our final points, I do want to just say, because another consensus that we all had during the movie, it's weird that the actress who plays Daisy is such, like, she's not that good of an actress, but the actress who plays Danielle, way better actress.
She's great.
Minimal.
She's older though,
time.
so she's probably like more, you know what I'm saying, more seasoned, more like, you know,
I don't know,
relaxed, you know, no pressure. She's like, yo, I'm about to get this check. She's probably happy to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's probably like genuinely happy to be there.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, if it's the truth that John Leguizamo and what's his name, Hopkins, was all faded the whole time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Maybe everybody else was faded too, and then maybe
I mean, that would
maybe the
explain-
blonde girl doesn't operate very like as well as everybody else did. Smash.
Trying to hold it together.
That's why she was walking weird.
Yeah. Well, it's
Man,
just
she
like-
was walking so weird.
walking weird. She also had like a weird kind of Luna Lovegood sort of delivery on everything.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's not how she
Yeah.
talks, but Luna Lovegood talks like that.
yeah.
But you
a good
don't
point.
talk like that.
Yeah, it was just kind of odd. Like,
Yeah.
her delivery, and like John Leguizamo's just talking like just a normal person, like, "Hey, how's it going? How you doing?" And she's like, "Wow, you know, when I was doing our archaeology school."
It's
Yeah,
so
she's-
sad you sound just like her. I swear to God.
Yeah, she is
I swear to God,
so
you sound
weirdly.
just like
She's so weirdly spacey. You're right. Like she just doesn't have. I don't know. Like
Hey, hold
She's
on,
the
Daisy.
least
Look,
natural.
Daisy. I really love all that archaeology stuff that you talk about. It's great. How'd you learn all that stuff?
Yeah, she was also like felt so airheaded, but was like an archaeologist, like the boss. She was the
she's like
boss
that
of the
lead
whole thing.
archaeologist.
I
Yeah.
don't
I thought
know.
she was gonna go. I thought she was gonna. I was
mean-
leading you into doing.
Oh,
another-
the voice. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Oh, jeepers.
Yeah.
But like so at the end of the movie, you know, the
let's just talk about the end of the movie.
the Mario Brothers, they defeat Koopa with the I guess they evolve him so much to the point where he turns into
They
goop.
devolve him. Yeah. Right.
Well, I don't know if they were.
Devolve
Oh yeah. I guess they had to devolve him because he went from
He
human
went
to
back to
dinosaur, and then goop.
yeah.
Yeah, did y'all get any Men in Black vibes when that happened? I got
Yeah.
total Men in Black vibes.
I can see that as an
Oh, because
inspiration.
they got a close up of John Leguizamo. He's like,
Yeah.
I can see, like that was definitely like a nice,
Fucking
like, a trailer
ass
moment. You know, like a moment like they could put in the trailer.
trailer moment. Yeah, that was
yeah.
probably a good
But
trailer
but
moment.
it just wasn't. Yeah, like
I
nothing.
bet you they didn't even use that in the
That was
trailer.
the big CGI.
I
moment.
bet they did. There's so few workable moments in this movie that like you could take out of context and make someone actually want to go see this movie. They
I'll
had
take
to
that
use
bet. Put it in the comments if you see it.
Guys,
Let
give
us
us the
know.
link to
man.
the trailer in the
The
comments.
trailer's on YouTube for sure. I've seen the trailer on YouTube.
But 3 weeks after the Mario Brothers are getting ready for dinner, when 3 weeks later after they defeated Koopa and saved the day, Daisy decides to stay back in Mushroom Kingdom. The Mario Brothers are getting ready for dinner when their story comes out on the news, and the anchorman says that they should be called the Super Mario Brothers. Wink, wink.
Hey, the name of the movie.
Hey, that's the name of the movie. Daisy then arrives out of nowhere in her, like, I guess she's got a Sarah Connor cosplay on. And she asks the Mario Brothers to help her on a new adventure.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What did you guys think of this little?
This, right? What was the line? You're not gonna believe.
You're not gonna believe that. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I believe.
yeah. Well, it's literally just like that's for the audience, right?
Right.
Like, it's like you think you just saw some shit? Wait till you see this shit. Like, I could come up with some weird shit. Man.
That's you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't seen the Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, not yet.
But I feel like
It's not out
we
yet.
deserve our sequel for this movie.
Oh man.
This is the Mario Brothers that you deserve, people.
Oh, that's a very good question.
Who directed this?
I don't know.
Oh, no,
someone
we
who
looked it
probably
up.
does not work anymore.
That's funny.
I want a re-release. I want a worldwide re-release.
I want a worldwide re-release. If y'all can play The Room every year somewhere,
Right?
this can be played on YouTube. God damn it! Like
It's very fun.
So there are two directors, Rocky Morton and Annabelle Jankel.
Directors.
maybe that explains
That's
like
why it's so weird.
yeah, it's like two different stories being told.
And he's
Oh my
Mario.
goodness.
And
he's less Mario.
This is my fantasy.
And then one of the guys like, and a lot of boobs.
Yeah, this is a very horny movie
There's
to
a
be
lot of
a
boob
cartoon. I mean,
Lot
like a
of
movie
boobs.
based off a video
Yeah.
A
game.
lot of chest. A lot of chest.
Koopa's second in command is this lady who, I don't know why, her whole, it was Endor's mom, right?
Yeah.
Endor's mom. She gives a lot of like really sexual vibes throughout the whole movie.
Yep.
And she comes into Princess Daisy, who's captured in a thing, and as soon as she walked in the door, I turned to Alex and said, "That felt really sexual." Yeah, like this feels like
It was.
what is about to happen.
It was.
I don't know. It's just so intense.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
was.
was like I don't know if it was like like it was like she
it's
not only
weird.
was she just like dressed incredibly like all of her costumes were stuck to her like they're
I thought
very
you were going to say
so
all of her
skin-tight.
organs were
So
showing because
tight. All of her
because her dress was so tight.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it was a very uncomfortable looking dress. I like how tight it was. But yeah, like you said, like her movements and her way of talking and everything was just like very sensual.
Yeah.
Where it's like what
yeah.
is this character?
I don't know. What age range are they going for?
You could
here?
literally
I don't
you could
know.
literally take her out of the entire movie and the movie still works.
You really
Like,
could. There's a lot of things you could take out of this movie that works, but yeah, like you could
got
take her
everything.
out. Doesn't really mean anything.
We really honestly
It's got action. It's got romance. It's got comedy. It's got video games. It's got sex.
You want some big
We put
titties?
some
We got
sex in
titties.
there.
We got
Yeah.
we got rocket boots.
But it's
Which
for,
fun
in the
fact?
end, it's for the kids.
it's sex for the kids.
For
It's
the
sex
kids.
for the kids.
Yeah, rocket boots for the kids.
Fun fact, like I did find out that the rocket boots that they used in the
Yeah.
movie where they're like flying all over the place.
Okay.
Apparently, after the movie, those props were put in a storage facility, and they were used again in the movie Con Air in the prison.
a
Like in the
fact.
prison, or not Con Air. Sorry, Face Off.
Face Off.
Not different Nick Cage movie. In the prison
Face Off.
scene, they have all these like magnetic boots that keep
Yeah,
them like locked to
yeah.
the floor. It's the same boots from this movie.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's fucking amazing. I heard that before, but I heard it in the context that like from the reverse way,
Right,
yeah,
watching
yeah.
from the
Face Off.
face-off perspective, yeah.
But man,
Talking about boots. We got to transition to at least that Reebok out.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's gotta be.
The
So
little
yeah, that's
bomb.
what I was gonna say.
Oh, my God.
Before we get out of here, favorite moments of the movie,
Oh man.
because we've been talking a lot of
I
shit,
feel
but
like
let's
we're talking
say
about
like
it
what
for
are the
hours, honestly.
favorite moments of the movie? We'll let the guests start it out
Oh
and
man.
let Bill go next.
Oh man, that's really tough. I mean, it's so hard.
Do you need a minute? Because
I think I might.
Okay.
Maybe the fall. I guess the fall is just so
the
good.
Mario Ball.
The Mario fall.
Oh my god, I know.
It spins, and it's just a really bad. Like there were some pretty good CGI moments in that one, but that was by far the worst.
the Mario Fall was like really,
Oh
yeah,
my
really
god, the Mario Fall was fucking amazing.
It's crazy.
But,
There's
go
so
ahead.
much. There's so much.
Probably my favorite moments. Man, I there are like a few really good ones to choose from. But I do really like the dancing in the elevator scene where
That was my favorite as a
John
kid.
or Luigi is like, "Oh, I got an idea," and
They're hiding. They're hiding behind lizards in an elevator. They're
Goombas.
so big and bulky. They're hiding behind him. And he's like, wait a minute. I know no one can see us right now, but what if we started making them dance? It's like, what? What are you doing?
Right.
Don't touch them, you idiot.
Yeah, it's like, how's that helping you get out of this situation? They could have just snuck out the same way that they did.
They snuck out. The only thing different is as he walked away, he could be like, look what I did a nice thing. Look at them having a
They
good
love each
time
other.
now.
Look at those two embrace.
I'm sorry to cut you on that. Oh
No, you're good. No,
It's ridiculous.
yeah, it was a great moment.
My favorite is stuck between like two scenes. I'm gonna give it to two scenes.
Two scenes.
One where the black lady punches Mario in the face,
Also good.
and he
That was a
goes
really
back,
good
And
shot.
he goes back over to her. He's like, "I love the way you punch me in the face. Can you do that again?
Yeah.
That way your knuckles just curl up." And so that was cool. But but my favorite is just gotta be when they're like, Mario saves the girls from the dungeon or whatever, and then they froze the pipes so they could slide down a mattress down the pipes. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
it was actual video game moment. But when they like flew out and they were just like sailing, and I was like,
Wow. That's
what the fuck happened to gravity?
physics
dog?
being
Like,
applied,
they just were
yeah.
like on a carpet ride.
I can show you the world.
Hey, if y'all want some good GIFs or shorts or
Yeah.
memes,
Cut up that
you need
movie.
to fucking go watch this movie and chop it all the way up. You can chop up so many moments from this movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
They're
this
fucking
movie
hilarious.
This movie is an incredibly good time, surprisingly. So if you guys are, because at the moment of this recording, the new Super Mario Brothers movie hasn't come out yet. But yeah, this will be pretty close to the release of the movie when this video drops. But if you haven't watched the new one yet, definitely do yourself a favor and check this one out, because it's a pretty fucking good time.
If you have watched the new one, do yourself a favor and check this movie out.
Yeah, just do some compare and contrast.
Yeah. I bet they're exactly the same.
We should,
1-to-1, yeah. Just like
we should do
Absolutely
we
parallel.
should do a like versus video.
that would be funny.
You should
Yeah.
come.
This is very-
You should come back after the movie comes out,
Yeah,
and we'll
when
do
the
we'll
movie
do a
comes
versus.
out,
We'll
you should come by.
do a
Come
Pepsi
by.
challenge on this
I'm down,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Before we get out of here, Noah, I feel like I said before we get out of here like 8 times, but where can the people find you, or what are your social medias?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at IDon'tKnowa, or on my website, iknowadude.com.
I love both of those titles. so
Exactly.
much.
Thank you.
I feel like there's a board somewhere with like other names that you didn't go with.
Oh yeah. A billion of them. I got a billion of them.
You definitely made the right decision. Those are both hilarious. Guys, if you want some more hilarious shit, check out Noah on all of his social medias.
Thanks,
If you want more nerdy shit, you guys can check us out on the social medias as well. We try to do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave a like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all
Thumbs
the
up,
internet
thumbs
things
up.
at The Drunk Banthas.
Like it.
Until next time, stay safe, my little mushrooms, and may the force be with you.
Like everything, like all the stuff. Subscribe.